Hey there, so today we have another review, and it's actually been a while since, quite a while since I've had this beer. And this is, or actually not quite a while, like since I've reviewed it, I guess, but this is Sam Adams Boston Lager. So the reason for having this is that recently in our sister-owned study group, we had a fun study session where we just literally blinded ourselves on beer, like full blind versus the certified sister-owned exam, which asks you to, do a 50-50, sort of like, is this a German Pilsner or is this a American Blonde Ale, something like that. So this is Boston Lager, and this was one of the beers that they brought out, and I was actually pretty good. Or in general, the group was pretty good about choosing what style it was. And then actually, on a few of those, I actually nailed the beer full blind. Like, actually, this tastes like that beer. And actually, I was able to pick out Farmer's Porter full blind. I was able to pick out Cigar City High Life full blind. I was able to pick out a can of actually Hurricane full blind. So it was pretty fun. But this one completely stumped us. None of us remotely could have guessed that this was, I think it's under BJCP as International Amber Lager. So let's see how the beer comes off. First off, maybe it was better lighting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Boston Lager, Sam Adams, Boston Beer Company, they must have such great ability to do consistency on their kind of scale. I mean, we're in the world of craft beer. This is like mega craft beer. They're so freaking big. The Brewers Association actually has the amount of barrelage of craft beer to include Boston Beer Company because they're so freaking big. And so I felt like the beer that we had at that was like a lot lighter. Yeah, this comes in like kind of a light to deep gold to light amber color, but there it was like very pale. And let's go. I sense some oxidation. Like, this is bottled, they says best by February 2020, so I guess they're a year out. And so I guess we're like almost the tail end of its freshness. So I did find this in the fridge, but it's got that like just like papery, bland kind of oxidation kind of thing. Cheers. Despite the oxidation, this is what I suspected. I don't know if they've changed the recipe to Boston Lager or something, but like for an amber, quote unquote, amber lager, the malt is just so, not lacking in a bad way, just not to style or what you suspect Boston Lager tastes like. And maybe I just don't drink enough Boston Lager. Maybe it's actually that light of a beer. Flavor-wise, there's like a hair of sweetness. It just has this bland kind of like maltiness that, like, it'd be so hard to guess what this was. It doesn't have the malt, obviously, full malt of something like a Meritzen, and that's why it's an international amber lager. It's much lighter, but it almost tastes like a pale German lager, sort of like oh, there you go, Hellesbach or Maibach, which can be in this maybe SRM range, but. Obviously it's not a perfect example, and the hoppiness is obviously quite hidden. I think they use German hops in this one, so it really doesn't have much character other than maybe a hair of like kind of a light floral and spicy on the back end. It's a touch of breadiness driving in there, and the sweetness is just so restrained. And then like fresh, the hoppiness would really ride in. So we almost thought that they must have like bottled or canned a what is it, Sam Latitude 76 or something like that, like one of their paler beers. This one looks pretty spot on, like color-wise, but you guys posted comments below. Like, I'm not disappointed. I'm just confused. Like, was Boston Lager always this kind of like watery in the malt range? And actually, pointing that out, I did recently have this on draft, and it was a lot hoppier and really lacking in malt, and sort of in this range and in the range of what I tasted at the tasting. So like, I don't know. You guys posting up. So does Boston Lager taste the same anymore? Because like, I just never remember this beer being so restrained on its malt. It feels like it's even like lighter than something like Yingling, which I guess it is. Wow, crazy. I don't know. Just like one of the things that open up for you guys. But this bottle's obviously not great or perfect. We're still, 1, 2, 3, 4 months out to its best by, and really just like tastes like meh, kind of like oxidized lager. If anything, it tastes a lot more macro-y than something like Craft, which is Sam Adams. It tastes like, Bud's attempt at an amber lager. I've never had it, but maybe like Bud's Amber or whatever they call it. Budweiser Amber. This for me gets a The bottle here itself, not the beer in general. The beer in general is a little bit more fresh and zesty, or brighter in the hop character. Let's go with something like it's a crusher, but the oxidation is quite noticeable. 76 for the bottle. Yeah, sure. So this is Sam Adams Boston Lager. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Let me know what you think. Later.